The darkness between galaxies held secrets, vast and cold. For 60,000 years, it was our home. Earth was gone. A whisper in the void, a memory of blue and green skies, shattered into cosmic dust. Only 5 ships survived the cataclysm. 5 arcs, carrying the last embers of humanity into the star-strewn wilderness. We were adrift, a ghost civilization fleeing a graveyard. Inside these silent vessels, thousands of humans glided through the dark. A generation ship odyssey that spanned millennia. Our ancestors had prepared, meticulously planning for a journey of 60,000 years. They passed down their knowledge, their hope, and their pain. We trained, we studied, we grew, all while the stars outside the viewport remained indifferent. We became a people of the void, our culture forged in the quiet hum of life support and the endless tapestry of space. On the bridge of the flagship, the Odyssey, Commander Jinzo stood, his gaze lost in the starfield. He often thought of Earth, not the broken world he had only seen in simulations, but the world from the stories. Stories of survival, of foolishness, of greatness. Stories that fueled their long pilgrimage. He carried the weight of every soul aboard, every life that depended on his decisions. The past was a heavy burden, but the future was an even heavier responsibility. During our long journey, humanity had changed. We weren't the same species that had lost its home. We had evolved. Through genetic augmentation and cybernetic enhancements, we became stronger, faster, smarter. Our bodies could withstand the harshness of space. Our minds processed information at incredible speeds, and our lifespans stretched across centuries. We mastered technologies our ancestors could only dream of, learning to heal wounds in moments and interface directly with our ships. We were no longer just survivors. We were something new. Ahead of us lay the Krell Dominion. While we drifted in the dark, they had flourished. Their empire spanned 1,000 systems. Their fleets were legendary, their technology formidable. They were the architects of our apocalypse, the ones who had shattered Earth and believed they had extinguished us. In their arrogance, they had grown complacent, their borders vast but their vigilance thin. They didn't expect us. They had forgotten the ghosts they created, and so we struck. Not with rage, but with cold, calculated precision. It wasn't a battle. It was a surgical strike. Our 5 ships, which had split into thousands of smaller, agile strike craft, moved like a phantom tide. We didn't target cities or worlds. We targeted their military infrastructure. Our advanced systems disabled their invincible fleets before they could even power their weapons. We moved through their defenses like a whisper, a testament to 60,000 years of preparation. We were the specter they had forgotten to fear. The Krell Empire, so vast and powerful, crumbled in a matter of weeks. One by one, their military bases surrendered, their fleets were neutralized, and their commanders were captured. We showed a restraint they had never offered us. We spared civilians, provided aid to their worlds, and made it clear our war was not with their people, but with their leaders. Our goal was not destruction, but justice. We came not for revenge, but for an accounting. Aboard the Odyssey, Commander Jinso watched the messages of surrender flood in. Ceasefire offers, diplomatic pleas, requests for terms. The Krell Dominion, the galaxy's reigning superpower, was on its knees. We held the power to eradicate them, to repay their ancient crime in kind. But Jinso knew that wasn't the way. "We have the power," he said to his bridge crew, his voice echoing in the quiet command center. "We can do anything we want. But the real question is, what do we do with it? What kind of humanity do we want to be?" The answer was clear. After securing the terms of their surrender and ensuring they would never threaten another civilization again, we turned our ships around. We set a course for a single, insignificant star system in a quiet arm of the galaxy. After 60,000 years, we were going home. The fleet approached the dead, silent sphere that was once Earth. Landing craft descended through the scarred atmosphere, touching down on soil that hadn't felt a human foot for millennia. We stepped out in our environmental suits, breathing recycled air as we looked upon the ruins of our cradle. At a makeshift memorial erected from the rubble of an ancient city, Jinso stood, holding a fused fragment of glass and rock. This wasn't a monument to victory. It was a monument to loss, to memory, and to survival. "This isn't about revenge," he broadcast to the fleet and the survivors on the ground. "We didn't survive for vengeance. We survived to remember. We survived to learn. We survived to rebuild. And so, we began Engineers and scientists, carrying the knowledge of 60 millennia, started the monumental task of restoration. Terraforming engines roared to life. Nanite swarms began to clean the poisoned soil, and the first seeds of new life were planted. On the scarred surface of our ancestral home, under the light of a familiar sun, humanity began anew. We were stronger now, wiser, tempered by loss, and forged in the darkness between the stars. High above, the fleet kept watch as a new sunrise painted the sky. We endured. We returned. Humanity endures.